Exactly. They stay true to themselves here, at least in game number 1 of a best-of-5 series.
Gents, they didn't swap.
I like this.
That is a Nautilus jungle
for Kanavi.
One of the reasons that people don't like jungling the Nautilus is because the move speed is one of the lowest base move speeds in the entire game. But the way in pro play where it's all about jungle, playing 4 lanes, and your flashes that are blown now will not be back for that 8-minute timer. Kanavi, though.
With the gang down towards the bottom lane, knock up onto Elk, but he's behind the tower. The Flame Chomper's coming out, missing, almost dies to the turret shots. Ruler takes 2. He will not fall, but missing will. Another hook coming in from Kanavi. He's going to tank another tower shot as On begins to chase him down. I don't think you...
Why in Champions League we're kind of talking about looking for... Oh, this thing's going to pop in just for a little look. In Champions League we're talking about why you usually want to focus towards attack damage mid laners to be paired with that Maokai. We've had a easy rush on Merc Feds for Nice, and that combined with the phase rush, he's so slippery. They're not able...
Needs to be on the map. Kanavi, they're getting a bit creative here. Will he find a mid-dive?
Good look for it. He's down. Does have that scatter the weak. Kanavi's going to try and walk up, get the auto down. Knight now on the chase. Kanavi tanking the tower. Scatter the weak has been used, but it won't be enough as JDG secure a kill and a plate in the mid lane.
See, but still enough damage now. BLG on the attack themselves.
369, no flash,
Nice.
gets the knockback flash forward by Bin, popping the ultimate as well as they look for the damage down on this Gragas, but he's a tanky boy and he's difficult to kill. One more order will be enough, and Bin secures it.
Kill.
Knight flashing forward as well, and Bin can do nothing but be put in the trash. Meanwhile, around the Rift Herald, missing, going low, he tries to flash away. The Moonlight Vigil did connect and missing. Will.
The last time these teams met, they fought over every single neutral, and it looks like things will not change. They're waiting for Kanavi to join the fray. JDG, though, they're not in a great position right now. They will force their way into the river.
BLG don't have that many ultimates either. Shun looking forward as he pops his own, but Elk caught off towards the bottom side. 369 flashing off the back line as well, and now Bin has to deal with 3 members of JDG as they start to collapse. Elk looking for the damage on 369, but already 1 member of BLG is put in his grave. If you can get all 3 procs of that Riptide to hit, now with On having burnt his flash, JDG know where their bread is buttered. It's can we put more gold onto Ruler? Can we get this Jinx into a position where later on he'll carry? They'll give him a couple of plates. Shun trying to re-engage as BLG are looking for a fight. They get the knockback on there as well as Elk continues to put the damage down, but the Moonlight Vigil comes out and Elk finds one. Infernum doing a lot of work in this fight.
They've got no real tank. Because Maokai, like we said, is going for the poke Maokai build, they don't have a front line for BLG, so Knight poke really, really stings, and it does not get healed back up here. So him being the only person with 2 items, they bully on through. Ruler going to shove them off that
BLG.
Shurelio's been used by missing here. They want to try and close the gap onto Bin because they know he'll try and push him with this Rift Herald, and they have read him like a book. Kanavi's going to dive in here. Bin trying to do what he can, but in the midst of 3, there is nothing left but back to the fountain. The sweet release of Grayscale for Bin.
JDG in full control. Having the Infinity Edge come in just means Ruler's job of cleaning up will be simplistic. Dragon taken away.
Looking for the dive here, perhaps Knight is going to have to invest the flash to then dishing it out as JDG now start to push in mid. On hooked, the TP immediately, the Flame Chomper's down, and that Lulu is not long for the world. JDG will secure it, and they'll look to continue pushing mid.
Just like that, JDG find themselves a pick, and they're storming down the mid lane. The TP has come through from Knight, and they're looking to secure an inhibitor.
Reminiscent of how T1 were able to take some wins against JDG earlier in the week. A single kill.
BLG like the back of their hands. Knight, though, no flash,
no
okay.
flash, the TP coming in. It's going to be another second channel time. Gets knocked back, no stun connects. Shun still looking for the chase, flash forward. Twisted advance, and now Knight is surrounded by BLG. The explosive cast, and Knight will not be found healed in the final moments to keep him alive through the unleashed power. And now Elk is just standing with a massive Gragas in his face, and JD
tear BLG apart. Knight will not fall. He will remain deathless in this game, and they're just looking to end it.
Oh my, I was afraid of this, fellas. In every best of 5 this year, JDG have faced BLG. They've improved. 3-2, 3-1, 3-0, and now starting out with another one.
In the battle to be the king of Ping Sheng, it is Knight who strikes first.
5-0-4 on the Jace. But then they drafted this Maokai that also offers this team fight engage. They have a little bit of poke. They also have a bit of frontline. Like, their comp kind of wants to do a lot of different things that I think just makes it harder to execute versus JDG.
I completely agree, and especially since you've got Sion on red side for JDG. We will see, looks for the level 1. And then how do you punish the side lane? You have snap engages. Vedius, guess what? We've got the level 2 off of Wolves. And we'll see if Shun heads down here to try and support once he gets level 2 on Maokai.
So the problem that BLG have is look at Ruler, already gone to bot lane. He's going to get an advantage.
Just going to be a smite fight.
Shun has the smite ready.
1,400, 3v3 around this red buff, on stepping in to try and get vision. Decimating Smash dodge with a twisted advance, but I think it was Kanavi who got it. In fact, it was 369 who steals away the red, and then first blood to Kanavi. This thing's still only level 1 here. Elk could look for the red buff slow. Shun can go in, ghost away from Ruler, flash forward, not in range for the twisted advance, but now missing. He's Alcove gaming, but he doesn't want to be. The twisted advance for the lockup, the knockback, and that is another kill over to BLG. Elk stampeding over them as now Kanavi tries to join the fray. Shun trying to get away, but he's only level 2, and Ruler will take him out. Kanavi chasing onto On. And it's so hard for Yagao to work his way through that health pass. Shun coming down from the top side of this, looking for the dragon, but in the end, BLG don't take the fight off the minion. Kanavi coming up here, and now Bin. He started proxying, and he's going to find himself in the face of 3. Bin puts the needle work down, trying to trade in. Kanavi going back in with a Cyclone, chases him down. The knock-up with a decimating smash with the healing from the needle work as Bin almost snips.
Have any DPS there? Just a Maokai trying to work away on an Ocean Drake. They might want to call over at least on or something to make sure that they can finish it off. But in the best case scenario, they get... We'll see if it pays off, though. The saplings will be even more annoying. Knight now 3 members coming from behind.
Where are you going to go, Knight? Stopwatch burst, does still have the flash. The knock-up, he flashes it, but Shun chases him with the twisted advance, and even Tibbers can't help Knight survive. Yagao takes turret of this matchup.
And it might be overlooked, but blowing the stopwatch is really big for these critical mid-game team fights as well for the Annie. So another small little advantage for BLG, although you rightly point out it is
the JDG, though, having a much better early game than last game.
BLG.
BLG, yeah, of course.
As they look to the engage, Meshling has to support the wild growth on himself. 369 running in as well, and Shun already falls. Betty, which
Ruler makes his way to the top lane.
369 going to charge in. Bin trying to get away from this one. No ghost on him. Dashes away from the decimating smash, and he turns it back onto Ruler. But Ruler still has the ult, doesn't even need it in the end.
Also shoved the top side of the map. 369 now on the side. Keeps getting so...
Yagao used to win when they were playing in the PC bunk together, and he already takes half of Knight's health, and Knight really can't do much. The super mega death rocket comes out from Elk.
Allowing the split push plus Dragon to go on all at the same time here.
Yeah,
really big stuff.
Yeah, very patient play overall for BLG.
No, they're not locked in there with him. He's locked in there with them as he gets the knock-up and gets away from Kanavi. The needle work, no blast cone, but the healing from the Riftmaker not enough. BLG will start up the Baron, and now JDG have to call for a fight. Knight, no TP yet, about to come off cooldown. Unstoppable Onslaught goes wide from 369. The Baron down to 1,000 HP and secured by BLG. On trying to act as the bodyguard. 369 trying to get off the backline. Knight coming in from the side as well. That flank could be deadly, but BLG disengage. And JDG continue to step forward, continue to look for more. Ruler pulls the feathers back, but he just can't find his mark. Twisted advance in from Shun. Ruler wild growth, and Shun will fall. Knight flashing forward, trying to kill off. Yagao going in fact, as the stopwatch comes out underneath the tower. Yagao trying to do everything he can. But in the end, JDG are just... The AD carries ultimate out, and BLG call for the engage. Stepping forward, Knight locked up. He does still have the flash to get away. He can get to the blast cone as well. The twisted advance will lock him down, and Knight, once again, the Zonya's buying him a second, but is it enough? It's not. Shut down. But 6-9 going in. On's going to dash forward, dash out. Cyclone knocked up, knocked back, and Kanavi doesn't find the engage that he was looking for. And now Yagao can really open up. Kanavi going back in with the Cyclone, but Bin just keeping the rest of JDG distracted because the Infernal Soul has been secured. And look at what it does. BLG wipe away JDG.
They're going to come for more than that. 369 is slowed.
Flash stun, knock-up coming out. Elk will fall, but now the chase is really on for BLG as Knight tries to escape. 369 goes down into the zombie mode, and Knight has nowhere to go.
BLG playing with confidence in game 2. They have bounced back with a vengeance. They will take their first taking down BLG. 3-2, 3-1, 3-0 was their most recent performance at MSI. But BLG have evolved as a team, and Bin believes in the 3-2 here in game 2. BLG are looking to equalize the score.
And Jun's looking for a
TP,
final
TP.
engage. The TP coming in as well. Look at the damage onto Ruler already. He tries to get away, but the charm will lock him up. The twist in advance chases him. There is no escape from BLG. They'll find another. Kanavi tries to get onto the back line, but he just does not have the damage. BLG find 5. 4 in fact, as Missing survives, but he'll go down as well. A 5 for 1 exchange for BLG.
BLG strike back, and they're going to go straight to the Nexus with that one.
3-2, 3-1, 3-0 for JDG, but in Bin's eyes is the 3-2 victory, and they've taken the first step towards glory.
JDG gave BLG the
PL AD carry, but there have been times when he's Gale forced into a Howling Gale, when he's dashed forward into the entire enemy CC, and on something like Vayne, you cannot do that. But let's see if Elk can channel his inner Uzi. Obviously Uzi on BLG last year. Elk, I'm sure, will have had a little bit of time watching him and learning exactly what to do with this Vayne.
Oh, this is so exciting. You got to have your juke boot.
Ruler dashes across the wall, Missing goes in, can dash back to Ruler. Shun can't quite get in range, the Condemned doesn't lock him against the wall, and now Kanavi coming in for a re-engage. The flash forward knocks up Elk, the shield, the hero, but the permafrost will lock him in place. Shun flashes, and he will escape as Ruler.
It's all wow, the early start on Rift Herald here.
Already bot lane's moving up though. It's On and Elk who have a slight mover's advantage as they look for damage onto Missing. Can knock him into the wall, they'll do so, but no third silver bolt proc. Shun now in the pit. 369 trying to keep Yagao at bay as the charm comes out, and Ruler starts to rampage through BLG. On already down, Elk tries to answer with a bit of damage to his own, and Yagao with a flash forward will be able to get one. Ruler trying to get away from the Tivers, he'll be able to escape. Shun forced off towards the top side.
With sending Ruler up there with it.
Missing, stunned, locked up, isolated, but still just able to dash out in time. Shun going back forward, Glacial Prison gonna go wide as Shun is locked up, and answers a 1-for-1 there in the mid lane.
I don't know.
Vayne, very low range, wants to get that first item, Shield Bow or a Blade of the Ruin King as well, possibly. We'll see where Elk decides to go as he trades with Ruler in the bottom lane.
I feel that this game is going to get really difficult for BLG to play because 369.
Good interrupt, ulti from Kanavi.
Glacial Prison finds his mark, and now Yagao caught out by Knight. The damage coming out from JDG, although Crown when it's going to be procced by Knight relatively easily, not always the most efficient item when you can be poked down. Let's help reduce a little bit of that poke, at least.
Now, BLG's whole hope is to be able to just surprise and flash onto the back line of JDG with all of their damage, but it's so difficult. And BLG know it's so risky for them. Just trade Dragon for objective bounties.
Okay,
and
flash for the Wild God, knock up and Missing will fall to On. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Knight TPing behind Bin. He does have the flash, can try and get across this wall. He gets there, Blast Cone available to him as well. The TP in, Yagao immediately flashes away.
Teleport here from Knight. Not only do they stop the play, they get the flashes, and they get the turrets.
Good
All right,
trade.
it's not that much damage, it's just the ante.
But it's just, we're continuing to see this great control from JDG.
Yeah.
We saw this a lot in their series versus T1. I was also expecting what happened the last time BLG and JDG fought each other, where it was just fight. But again, a much more controlled play as they go for the fight.
Glacial Prison's gonna hit, and immediately Yagao is just
The second that Ruler got a small lead, he is very quickly ballooned it. 369 now in danger.
stunned up, isolated for the moment, but Kanavi is here to help his buddy. Bin getting forced away, Shun has the flash as well. 369 falling low to the silver box, but now Kanavi takes over tanking duties, and even condemned into the wall, he condemns BLG to death. The collapse begins from JDG and On, trying to heal, trying to get away. Elf doing the same, he has the flash, has the cleanse, will use it to escape the decimating smash, but On cannot do that, and he's turned off. Bin now put in the trap.
JDG now, though, have their eyes on Bin.
Navi across the wall, the Glacial Prison hits the Hextech Rocket Belt, not enough to escape, and now Knight 6-0-1 on this Jace.
You have to wonder, gentlemen, if the Jace has been the problem the whole time.
You feel so?
Knight's Jace once again having a pop-off performance. The Baron will be started, the Baron will be uncontested, and JDG in clinical and dominant fashion are looking to secure game 3.
Damage is not really poke. The poke damage is going to run you through.
I do get the Vayne pick though. The passive called Night Hunter, and obviously the Nightman is on the enemy team in the mid lane, so perhaps Elk thought there was a little bit of a lore advantage as JDG continued to step forward.
Okay.
Here can Soul point TP behind Elk still defending under the tower. Bin is taking the longest flank I've seen in years. Starts off in Narnia. Let's see perhaps if he can find out Ruler. Still a flash and a cleanse though for the Zeri. Dashes in, lightning crash, cleanse away, flash away from the slicing Maelstrom. And now it's all on Elk to try and really open up. But immediately JDG just dive back in. There's no escape from Knight as he finds the kills. The double for Ruler as well.
BLG's backs are completely against the wall, and in the last hope of desperation, Bin tries to find the flank, but it is the flanker that is crushed. JDG, with a near-perfect game, will stomp BLG.
And put themselves on match point, title point for JDG, but Knight and Ruler, who have waited so long for the sweet, sweet victory, they are now just one game away.
Trying to get back some stability. Vi here with the ultimate can go to either mid lane or bottom lane, looking for some focus early on. JDG have been so good though about setting up Ruler, and they get that Thresh Lantern for him for that extra safety to be able to reposition in the face of all this engage from BLG. So much dive here from BLG.
Up towards the top lane. They look up towards Bin on something like the Gwen to really be able to carry the later game fights, but here on the Nart, does still have agency, still can do a lot in a team fight, but doesn't have the same damage output as a Gwen.
Meanwhile, since the bottom lane was able to push back out here for BLG, Shun slips in on the Dragon.
Kanavi could come across, can just twist it, advance forward, look for the smite, still could even just go on to Shun. On coming across, but Kanavi has the smite. Looking to get that down to 600 HP. Good hook from Missing. Will keep on at bay. Kanavi needs to hit it. Will secure the Dragon now, and BLG is Aphelios has red-white guns. And Aphelios takes towers basically quicker than any other AD carry. You can see he's trying to push in the bot lane alongside Missing, while Shun and Bin will take the Rift Hold.
And they're actually are they gonna double rotate the Zyrakan bottom to defend Yagao? They're actually they're gonna take Rift Hold, knowing JDD sacrifice it, and they're gonna get the 3v2 themselves.
Ruler going forward, there's the charm, he has a lantern, but the lock up onto Ruler. Yagao looking for more, he still has the flash and Ruler.
Just doing his best. But Ruler does get away with his life, as you rightly said, no flash. Now Kanavi hovering around top. I don't think they can really kill Bin here. Let's see if they... Of course, Knight moved into Fog of War. Bin has to be cautious of this.
You'll see it now, the ult comes out, there's the slow as well. Unstoppable Onslaught will get the chase down, and in mini Gnar form, that Gnar is mighty tiny first.
Expecting.
JDG still 1,200 gold ahead, and a lot of that's got to be sitting on Knight. 20 CS lead for him.
Here we go. Maokai ultimate on Yagao.
Will Yagao use the Nature's Grasp? There it goes. Kanavi answers with one in response. The roots are going to come out. The Dragon already secured for JDG. And now in the pit, Shun really caught out, but a good quickness charm. Elk not here to put any damage down yet. And he begins to dive in. Season assist onto Ruler as Elk looks for the damage. The Feather Storm coming out as well, but he just can't pull the feathers back quickly enough. JDG shut BLG down. Situation. Knight continues to show Yagao that he is currently the king in this mid lane. Forces Yagao out. Shun perhaps looking for something. Kanavi's going to match him though, and Kanavi has done this so well. Every time Shun looks for a gank, Kanavi is there lying in wait, and he's going to turn it around onto him. The Nature's Grasp coming out. Shun goes in with the Season Assist, tries to dodge away. There's a Lantern there as well as Kanavi.
Already showing. They can only show as early as 14 minutes. That's pretty early here for JDG. This JDG team was built to do one thing: win. And they have done that. And consistently, especially against BLG, they get second.
LPL champions, of course.
Oh, ult. They're looking for something creative as Knight is locked down. The chase comes out, but Knight flashes away. And they thought he got him, you thought he got him, but in the end, Knight still able to escape. Kanavi coming across.
Struggle for BLG right now. The Dragon is up, and they're in a position to contest. They're going to look for the pick.
Onto Missing, hook goes down, Shun flashes into it, and the Nature's Grasp will not be enough to disengage. Yagao now caught up by Kanavi's, and Yagao will go down to 7-0 in favor of JDG, and they are sending a message.
It is an absolute slaughter on the Rift right now. JDG are showing zero mercy as they will walk this Herald into the tier 2. They will secure themselves their third Dragon of the game. Bin will force a flash out of Missing, but the damage has been done. JDG have just extended their gold lead even further.
All the BLG have been able to hope to get in this game.
Welcome to the steal. He's literally just jumping in by himself to try and take it. And Bin secures it. Delays the soul by 5 minutes, and now he's looking for more help, trying to trade with Ruler down towards the top side of the fight as Ruler flashes away. Bin doing everything in his power.
BLG. Nice flashes down. They blew his flash in the last time they attempted.
We'll see him. Tries to get away. Shun coming in with the cease and desist as well. And as you say, Knight no flash. No way out for him. Cease and desist locks him down. The Eclipse shield will not be enough. And BLG.
They're making it interesting here. Bin, another objective bounty shutdown.
The crowd going wild for objective bounties is not something I had on my to-do list for today. The wallop from Bin. Nature's Grass coming out from Kanavi as well. Bin no flash. Jumps back in. Kanavi will lock him up. Bin just trying to do everything he can. Will get the hyper out here, but in the end, shut down.
Will come through from Knight. Now he needs to be careful. Shun, ulti not available just yet. Does he need to be careful?
Immediately, Shun loses half his health. Yagao trying to come in from the side as well as Knight dives forward. And the Manamune Eclipse combo is just too much. You could kill him.
Knight gets revenge on the mid jungle of BLG. And they will quickly convert that into the Baron. He flashes the top esports logo to remind Yagao who he benched as he joins JDG and is looking to take them to their first international trophy.
Baron for JDG, 20 minutes in, they are to do it once again, missing going forward. The hook onto On, not going to be too much, but there's good poke from Knight, and now in the bottom lane, JDG are pushing in to open up the base. Mid lane for 369, the rest of JDG down towards the bottom side. That inhibitor tower already down to 10% HP as Kanavi goes for the engage, and Shun is just locked up and just shut out of the picture. Knight diving forward, knocks Yagao back. Bin trying to go mega, but he just can't find any way to get in. The Nature's Grasp out again as JDG look to close it out.
JDG with a massive pick on looking to siege onto the Nexus and looking to win it all.
4 players and 2 Nexus towers in the way between JDG and their MSI title. The cannon minions helping them as BLG just retreat to the base. Bin TP's away. He knows it's done. And JDG are the 5 fingers of Knight's golden left hand. And they will claim the prize that was promised. JDG, your MSI champions.